P. Diddy's hearing is set to begin on Monday, May the 5th, and while the headlines are thick with legal chaos and federal heat, there's another part of this story that hits where it hurts most: the empire Sean Diddy Combs built from the ground up. From Manhattan penthouses to Miami mansions, flashy cars to business empires, it's all now under threat, possibly slipping through his fingers if the gavel comes down hard. So, here are all the lavish properties P. Diddy could lose if he goes to jail. Lamborghini Gallardo Spyder, $100,000. First up is one of his cars. It's loud, low, and unapologetically fast, just like Diddy in his prime. The Lamborghini Gallardo Spyder wasn't just a car in his garage, it was a flex. A symbol of the I-came-from-nothing grind that built Bad Boy and turned him into a mogul. Valued at around $100,000, it's the baby of his collection, but no less impressive. With a 5.2-litre V10 under the hood and top speeds north of 200 miles per hour, he didn't just buy it to park it, this was the car he'd roll up in at events, that flash of silver or matte black reflecting paparazzi flashes like disco lights. It's not the biggest piece of his empire, but it was always one of the flashiest. Maybach 57, $300,000. Next in line is the Maybach 57. The name alone drips. Purchased during the height of his mid-2000s boss era, this was Diddy leveling up from limos to literal mobile palaces. Clocking in at around $300,000, this car was built for moguls. Massaging seats, built-in TVs, a sound system that could drown out city traffic, and doors that opened like invitations to another world. He used it like a mobile throne room, often seen stepping out in tailored suits with diamond cufflinks flashing. The Maybach was a lifestyle for Diddy. Next up, Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, $443,000. And then came the Rolls. The Drophead Coupe was pure theatre on wheels. With 2 doors, 4 seats, and a handcrafted aluminium bonnet, this machine cost him upwards of $443,000. Half a mile just to glide in silence through Beverly Hills with the roof down. With its 6.7-litre V12 engine and suicide doors, it wasn't built for speed. It was built to be seen. If the Maybach was Diddy's office on wheels, the Rolls was his stage. Smooth, sleek, and completely over the top. Like him. Golden chain and jewelry collection, over $500,000. Every public appearance came with a little shimmer, or rather, a lot. Diddy's jewelry collection is a suitcase full of showmanship. Diamond-encrusted pinky rings, layered chains, and blue sapphire-studded pieces that dripped with luxury. Just one of his gold Cuban link chains clocked in at $500,000 alone. And that's not counting the watches, bracelets, or the diamond grill he wore at least once on stage. Together, it's a collection worth well into the millions, but we'll go with the low-end valuation here. Flashy, loud, undeniable. That's how Diddy wore his wealth. New York City condo, $8.5 million. Before it was gone, the Park Imperial condo in Manhattan was his sky palace. Bought for $5 million and later sold for $8.5 million, it sat on the 66th floor with panoramic views of Central Park and the kind of skyline only rap royalty could afford. It had 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and all the minimalist gloss of early 2000s interior dreams. Clean lines, black marble, and floor-to-ceiling windows. Though he eventually let it go, it was once a crown jewel in his East Coast presence, a sign that even in the city that never sleeps, Diddy still reigned. Alpine, New Jersey estate, $13.5 million. Tucked in the quiet wealth of Bergen County, New Jersey, is Diddy's Alpine estate. It's not flashy on the outside, with no neon lights or gold gates, but inside it's a palace. With 17,000 square feet of living space, a guest house, putting green, wine cellar, spa, and a chef's kitchen, it's the kind of place where power meetings turn into weekend retreats. Bought for just under $4 million, it's now listed at $13.5 million. That kind of profit doesn't come easy unless the zip code is elite and the square footage screams luxury. This house was where he escaped the chaos before the chaos came knocking anyway. Star Island Mansion, Miami, $14.5 million. This was the one that started it all. Bought in 2003 from record exec Tommy Mottola, Diddy's original Star Island property was more than just waterfront views. It was a badge of arrival. Over 19,500 square feet, 9 bedrooms and a long private driveway that separated him from the world. The amenities are like a billionaire's dream. Tennis court, pool, putting green, a full guest house and boat access. Even among Star Island's elite, this house held its own. It wasn't just a mansion, it was a statement, a remember who I am kind of home. The Shire Vacation House, East Hampton, $20 million. Then there's the East Hampton Escape. Nestled along the serene Hedgesbanks Drive, this vacation home is where Diddy's hustle took a breath. With floor-to-ceiling windows that flood the living space with golden summer light, Carrara marble patios, private beach access, and even a home theatre for chill nights with the inner circle, it's everything luxury is supposed to be. He'd host white parties here. Legends were born on that patio. Nobody knows exactly what it cost, but market whispers put it around $20 million. Star Island Mansion, $35 million. Nearly 2 decades after his first Star Island flex, Diddy doubled down. In 2021, he snagged a second mansion on the same strip, this time paying $35 million to buy from Gloria and Emilio Estefan. Smaller than his first at 8,000 square feet, but make no mistake, this one was all about location and design. It had a tiled hot tub, a spa, 240 feet of waterfront, and a separate 3-bedroom guest house. Every inch of it screamed executive luxury. He'd host music industry elites here and make deals over cocktails by the pool. Today, it's under a cloud, used as collateral for bail and denied. A palace with padlocks at the gates. Holmby Hills Mansion, Los Angeles, $70 million. And here we are, the crown jewel. Bought in 2014 for $40 million and now listed at a cool $70 million, this Holmby Hills estate is a fortress disguised as a mansion. With 17,000 square feet of curated luxury, 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a 35-seat theatre, gym, wine cellar, and a lagoon-style pool with an underwater tunnel to a private grotto. It's the kind of property that doesn't just impress, it silences rooms. Raided by federal agents in 2024, it's now become part of the legal narrative, more liability than asset. But back then, this was his palace, where the business mogul met movie stars, where power was worn like cologne. If Diddy loses this one, it won't just be a real estate deal gone south, it'll be the final chapter of a king falling from his throne. Bad Boy Records, $42 million. This one is the soul of his empire. Founded in 1993, Bad Boy Records isn't just a label, it's a legacy. Biggie, Faith Evans, Maze, 112, the roster changed hip-hop forever. Diddy's role as a tastemaker, a mogul, and a media powerhouse all began here. While Warner Music Group owns most of the pre-2009 masters, Diddy kept a chunk of the catalogue from 2010 onward. The annual revenue sits at around $1.25 million, but the cultural capital is unmatched. Today, the catalogue's estimated worth sits at $42 million. It's less about streams now and more about ownership. And if this empire falls, Bad Boy might be one of the first brands to be leveraged or lost. AquaHydrate, estimated $100 million. Diddy also has an investment in AquaHydrate, a high-performance water brand. It shows he's got a finger in every pie. While the brand hasn't reached the massive heights of Ciroc or Sean John, it's got potential. AquaHydrate focuses on alkaline water, a niche but growing market that caters to athletes and health-conscious consumers. Diddy's involvement in the brand gives it immediate credibility. However, this water might not be enough to save his empire if things unravel after all. It's a far cry from the world-shaking success of his other ventures. Cannabis Ventures, $185 million. In 2022, while other moguls were dabbling in NFTs or floundering in tequila wars, Diddy went green, literally. Dropping $185 million into cannabis, he locked down one of the largest black-owned cannabis operations in America. It was bold, political, market-shaking. He didn't just buy dispensaries, he took entire retail networks and production facilities under his wing. The buy-in alone was a headline. If legal troubles hit hard, this empire, barely 3 years old, could be the first to fall apart, or the first to be sold off. DeLeón Tequila, estimated $300 million. Diddy has a liquor venture, DeLeón Tequila, which represents his expansion into a new realm of luxury spirits. In 2014, he became the face of the high-end tequila brand, and over time, his partnership with Diageo has been lucrative. As of 2023, DeLeón Tequila was worth around $300 million, with Diddy holding a large stake in the brand. Like Ciroc before it, DeLeón was positioned as a premium brand, where Diddy's personal influence wasn't just marketing, it was part of the product's appeal. Sean John, $450 million. Sean John is one of Diddy's big businesses. Launched in 1998, the clothing brand gave birth to the urban chic style that made Diddy a household name beyond music. From oversized jackets to suits tailored for the hip-hop elite, it redefined the intersection of streetwear and high fashion. At its peak, Sean John brought in hundreds of millions annually, and its impact is still felt in the fashion world. But things have changed. Diddy sold a majority stake in Sean John in 2016 for $140 million, but his legacy with the brand remains. The total valuation of Sean John today, thanks to its resurgence in recent years, sits somewhere around $450 million. If things go south legally, he could lose his claim to a company that, at one point, was the epitome of luxury for the street savvy. REVOLT TV, $1 billion. Diddy's venture into television was just another way to break through barriers and break ground for black ownership in media. Launched in 2013, REVOLT TV aimed to give a voice to urban music and culture in ways that weren't being done by the mainstream networks. His network quickly became a staple in hip-hop and culture at large. The value of REVOLT TV itself is situated to be around $1 billion. However, Diddy holds a significant but not full stake in it. If legal troubles begin to drain his resources, a portion of this billion-dollar media empire could be sold off. With competition in the streaming and cable TV space intensifying, losing REVOLT would be a massive blow, not just to Diddy, but to the entire vision of independent black-owned media. Ciroc, $1 billion. In the liquor world, Diddy and Ciroc have been a household name for years. He didn't just endorse the vodka brand, he became the brand. Signing a deal with Diageo in 2007 that gave him a stake in the profits, Diddy has turned Ciroc into a household name. It's not just a drink, it's the drink of choice at red carpets, VIP parties, and yacht clubs. The billion-dollar valuation is based on Diddy's stake in the brand over the years, though exact figures are murky. The relationship turned Ciroc into a luxury product, targeting both high-end nightclubs and the ultra-wealthy. However, in 2024, Diageo and Sean Diddy Combs officially ended their long-standing business feud, reaching a settlement that resolves all disputes surrounding their joint ventures, DeLeón Tequila and Ciroc Vodka. As part of the agreement, Diageo assumed full ownership of both brands, effectively concluding Diddy's involvement in the partnership that helped elevate Ciroc into a major player in the spirits industry. What do you think? Will he bounce back? Or is this the final chapter for the bad boy mogul? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you.